Amanda.
I'm Ben.
AutoSave, welcome to our
Today we're
channel.
watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood episode 52. I am terrified to see what Mei Chang is up to, but I'm excited to see what Al's up to.
I couldn't agree more with you, honestly. Let's see it. Let's see both of those things.
Let's see it. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Seeing that tear doesn't feel okay, Anna. It doesn't feel okay.
That tear also doesn't feel okay.
Combined strength. Oh my god!
Kimberly seemed excited about this.
Oh!
Like, what a development. What fun.
Oh, nice, Al!
Oh!
Oh!
Yes! The suit of armor with a sword, it feels right. Oh!
This is so cool! What a shot! Oh! Right back in the dome. One down.
なぜその力を自分の体を取り戻すために使わないのですか。石があれば私たちから逃げることなどはたやすい。逃げ切ったなら石を使い二人で元の体に戻る。それであなたたちの旅は終わりではないのですか。何かを得るためには何かを切り捨てねばならない。
あのさ、なんで二択なの？元の体に戻るのとみんなを救うの、どっちか一つしか選べないなんて変だろ。原則に縛られずに可能性を求めることも人類の進歩には必要だと思うよ。
新たな断りとしてこの世に認められるということですね。ならばもう一つの可能性。あなた方は戻れず、みんなも救えないという選択肢も用意しなさい。
Oh,
I was
shit.
wondering.
Oh, what a transition. Oh! The top of his head. All out. Yeah.
People who don't know are showing up. Did he escape? No, what did he do?
Just went right for them. He's going all out.
Oh, he's so fast! What the?
I guess this is how he was able to tunnel so quick. I'm the fastest homunculus. Oh my god.
I was about to say, there's a lack of control here. Ooh. Another good transition.
いい音だ。強い意志のぶつかり合いとは、かくも美しき音を奏でるものか。これ式で死ぬわけがない。
Listening for the sound. Oh my god, Kimberly.
Smelling, yeah.
Thank you, Gluttony.
Tricks!
たった一人で我々に勝てるわけ。
一人じゃない。
石をどこへ。
Did he...
まさかこの土煙の目的は風向きを知るため。私の嗅覚の効かない風下で何か細工を。後ろから。
Oh!
My god.
Heinkel.
バカな。あの傷でなぜ動ける。
Philosopher's Stone.
We're sharing it in this.
Oh!
We're like sharing its power for this fight. And Dr. Marco's here.
It's a
Yeah,
meat
it's-
truck now.
どうします？強行突破しますか？
いや、表の荒っぽい
She was so ready.
ブリックスの奴らに任せてしまえ。
They are good at that.
ここからは別行動だ。君らは夫人を伴い、例の場所へ向かってくれ。
了解。
Wow.
This is so cool. Scar. Oh my god, Alex!
Yes!
Fuck your speed. Oh my god. This timing's gonna kill me.
Hostage!
Smart.
キンブリーを刺すのをためらった。
Because Kimberly's the one rescuing
こい
him.
つがそんなこと。
なるほ
I
ど。
mean, he did just absorb gluttony.
君の言う通り人間はしぶとい。しかし、君たちは勝てないのです。あそこに我らの父上がいる限りね。それ以前に君たちはこの状況を
No.
いけないわけですけど。
Please tell me it's like Yoki or something in the car.
It
That
has
would
to be Yoki.
crazy.
Yeah!
Who else would it be?
Who else is going to hit a kid with a car? My man Yoki.
やってやったぞ
Yes!
You always got us.
It's amazing.
Look
Look at him. It took everything he has.
私にも格好つけさせろチキショー。どうだこのヨク様が最初のホムンクロスに一発かましてやった。
Yeah!
Good job, good job.
さあこの車キンブリーが乗ってきたやつだよ。運転してた人には少し休んでもらってる。やるな悪いこと
Damn, Marco. Al. Oh my god.
He took the roof off.
Yeah.
あの化け物と正面切って戦う気は
I don't think anyone does.
Heinkel had already had to fight him a little bit before. Of course he wouldn't want to do it again like this.
勇気ある逃げない人間というのは本当に乗せやすい。
Easy to dupe.
よかった。まだ生きてますね。いい色のスーツになったじゃないですか、キング。やはり人間はこの世界において取るに足らない存在なのですね。君、世界が何を選ぶのか見てみたいと常々言っていましたね。それなのにこんなところで滅ぶなんてさぞや屈辱でしょう。
What the fuck?
でも心配しないで。君は私の中で生き続けるのだから。
Yeah? Oh my god! What?
In the mouth, on the transition from Selim, what he was doing.
なんとそれは困ります。アーモンストロング家は我が輩が継ぐものですから。
無用な心配だ。私が死んだら屋敷はまだ。
それが助けに来た者への態度ですか。なんだこれ。
Briggs?
Please. Please.
Show me a bear.
It wouldn't be. How scared did they seem?
Oh, wait, no!
Oh,
I'm so stupid. I was like, oh, it's walled off. We're fine for now. How does that make you feel? Oh.
imagine you're them seeing the regeneration yourself. I would be so scared right now.
Get me out.
Yeah, like literally get me out of here. You're gonna die just from standing still. You got some choices.
Mei Chang.
Oh.
And be so upset.
Oh, more of them. Yeah. Not as easily as he can.
Is he just absorbing it? Oh, God. There's probably no limit.
So many. I mean, they were coming from your body, of course. There's a limit.
Oh.
Something has to happen. Come on.
Roy?
Oh, that feels good. That's a voice that brings comfort.
Oh my God. Look at Ryza. She was so quick with that pistol in the truck.
Right, she was.
Okay, that was Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood episode 52. I'm so happy Roy's here. I feel like flame alchemy is so... I don't get to see it enough. And being able to be utilized within this specific scenario, I feel like it's going to be the best option we have.
Okay, exactly what you said. We don't get to see it very often. A lot of the time that Roy was on the screen in kind of the beginning parts of this series, he couldn't really utilize his alchemy to its full potential because of circumstances like it being rainy outside. And so getting to see him fight here in a way where he probably won't have to hold back, maybe in the same way he purposefully was against the soldiers of Central, and how he was basically just using like smoke and embers and things to kind of cause distractions and not actually harm people. But here he'll probably be actually using his flame alchemy as much as he wants against this
the Immortal Legion. Yeah.
Yes.
I am excited for them to just be met up with Ed again. It feels like it's been absolutely forever, and seeing them on screen together and interact is everything to me. Everybody and their reception of Roy Mustang is so rewarding to see. Like Olivier talking with Alex and being like, if anything happens to me, I'm going to leave the mansion to Mustang. And like Alex being like, what? We're not going to even be consulted about that first? Like, there is respect, so much trust and respect under Roy Mustang's leadership now. And to actually get to see it in action is surreal, and I love seeing it.
I mean, maybe Olivier, like, if she had some time to think, she might have changed her mind here in this battle with her brother because of the actions her brother took to protect her life multiple times. He showed feats of strength that were insane, got a dislocated shoulder.
Dislocated.
All protecting her.
Just fractured.
And, you know, maybe if there had been some time here and the Immortal Legion hadn't entered, and some soldiers that want to kill them that have orders to shoot, and Sloth being there, you know, maybe if they had some time, she would have been like, I'm so sorry, Alex, that I ever doubted that you could be the head of the household if anything ever happened to me. I'm gonna go right away to tell Mustang that he could only have used the mansion for what he did with the Briggs soldiers, and no more after that. It's Alex after me.
You and I were so silly. We were like, at least I was silly. I was like, oh, maybe it's the Briggs soldiers who are breaking through and,
I was like,
fighting.
that'd be such a cool reunion.
But no, god damn it, the Immortal Legion.
I also thought it because Roy brings up like, oh, we wouldn't be fighting like the Briggs soldiers, you know, that's what they would do, but we're going to be a little more covert about how we go about what we're doing. And since he had just kind of brought up the Briggs soldiers again in this episode, I was like, oh, that's probably who's fighting outside that door right now.
Yeah. I'm honestly really surprised on one hand that Roy is meeting up with Ed here, right? Does that mean that inevitably, hopefully, if Ed is going to be facing off against Father, Roy Mustang would be at his side? Because, like, another pairing that is kind of hard not to think about would be Roy against Bradley or Scar against Bradley, like we kind of see in the opening.
Yeah.
So in terms of potential matchups that we're thinking about seeing, they're always changing depending on the character's locations,
and they're
right?
going to change drastically more in the coming episode because what we have is Al flee. I'm
Al,
sure
Marco,
we'll talk
Yoki,
more
and
about.
Heinkel.
I'm sure we'll talk more about like Al fighting Selim and Kimberly. But just the idea of, like, what's happening to the battlefield right now. Like, people are moving. Mei Chang is on the move away from Envy. We haven't caught up with Lanfan or Hohenheim or Greeling. We have no idea where Bradley is at the moment.
Izumi.
Yeah, and we have Ross taking the madam somewhere else, you know, where. I could have some guesses, but I don't actually know exactly where. And my question with that is that a place that Bradley would be able to figure out? I don't know. But what I wanted to bring up was obviously just like Al is on his way here. So yes, it's cool to have Roy and Ed possibly be fighting together going forward, maybe even going up against Father. But Al's on his way, so like he could be there too.
Yoki truly saved the day. Obviously everybody contributed and everybody saved the day. And it was without a single person, we might not be in the situation that we're in. But Yoki pulling up
Do you
to
see
hit
the
that
episode
kid
title?
in a car. Combined strength. Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
Literally.
But Yoki pulling up to hit that kid with the car.
Yeah.
I
And
absolutely
Al. He hit both
loved
of them,
it.
but
Yeah.
hit two kids with a car.
Dude, I did not expect Kimberly to go. And I kind of love it. Like, I'm assuming Kimberly is dead in the sense that he's not going to be coming back in the way that he is. Like, the idea of him being alive with inside of Selim is one thing.
It's to me, that's to the same degree as what is that kind of ambiguous, the
Greeling
question.
situation.
No, I wasn't even gonna go there. I was gonna say like Envy and how Ed heard the voices calling to him when Envy was in his big green form, or the Immortal Legion and how you hear the help me and stuff like that. That it's something that doesn't have any control over their body, and it's not really Ling because there was somewhat of like a mutual giving over of the body. That he's being consumed and used as a power source. I feel like it's gonna be much more like agonizing, no control, only maybe a little bit of him left.
Yeah, I guess in my vision of it, it's not as severe of like an absorption as the gluttony absorption was, but it would be like a version of Kimberly being like chained up with inside of Selim with his like mouth duct taped, and he's being forced to like watch everything play out in front of him
Because
but he
wanted
can't
to
take
see
part.
it.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
get to see it. You wanted to see it. The transition though from actually the eating of Kimberly to then what is happening within Sloth's mouth because of what Alex is doing to protect himself and his sister. Really great. There were some
great transitions this episode.
Which like you gotta have that if you have multiple battles that are taking place and you're gonna wanna flip back
It's
between
so
the channels,
important
you know,
because,
you're
like,
gonna have some really fun creative transitions there.
You don't want to sometimes to leave a battle that you're watching because you're so invested in it. But when you're able to have multiple battles happening at the same time in different locations and you're able to tie them together using creative transitions, it makes the experience so much more addictive.
And it also, I think it helps with the idea that once you check back to that original one you left, time has gone by. Like, time has flown. Like, when we leave Kimberly showing that he has a Philosopher's Stone between his teeth to Al, we leave that, and then when we come back, there's already been, like, 10 or so minutes that have spanned where they have been, you know, at odds.
Yeah, I do want to talk a little bit more about what you're bringing up in terms of Kimberly being eaten or taken or absorbed here.
What
like,
it might look like?
It was almost like, no, like the actual animation of it. It was like reverse lowering a casket into a grave.
It was very much like...
Yeah, pulling inside. And we've talked a little bit about like what that might mean for Kimberly going forward, but in terms of Kimberly being a character that has been extremely significant within the story of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, we've had Kimberly from the beginning.
Yeah.
And to have him, this is his end for the character in the way that we've received him so far.
Great, though. If it is the actual end, there's an irony to it. It's kind of, there's a righteousness to it. There's something that feels poetic.
It's poetic.
Justice
No,
about
I think you're,
you know?
And that's why I want to talk about it.
Like, you're gonna get to see the future you wanted to see.
But also the means in which he was defeated. The fact that it was a chimera. The fact that it was somebody that he was underestimating, and the fact that he is somebody who takes such pride in his own principles, and he's very true to his own principles, and he's done horrific fucking things, but for the way that he goes out, the finishing blow being given to him by Heinkel too, is
and it was
so
such a direct,
poetic.
Like, he went for your windpipe.
Yeah.
Like, he went for a place that you'll bleed out and die. Like, that was gonna be the inevitable death for Kimberly. If Selim did what he did or not, Kimberly was gonna die here unless miracles were going to happen. But yeah, it's really cool because the Chimeras worked under Kimberly, and they obviously very much despised working under Kimberly. Like, Heinkel specifically... he is the one that ends up with the Philosopher's Stone that Kimberly dropped.
Yeah.
And then he saves it, and then he saves Ed, who has, like, gotten extremely injured from fighting with Kimberly. And it feels really great that, like, a subordinate that you mistreated, a person that you look down upon and you think is beneath you, then is the one that comes out, and with their strength that you undermined or looked down upon or were trying to utilize for your own gains, with that strength they then can take you down.
The details of Kimberly's death were
from multiple directions, both Heinkel and then the actual
the details of his death were all the aftermath of his own choices that he made and his own like decisions that he was making.
You're gonna utilize the Philosopher's Stones and play around with this and kill a bunch of people and wait to watch the world burn, and then you're gonna be taken in by a homunculus.
It's difficult because, like, on one hand I could imagine that we never see or hear of Kimberly's consciousness again, but I don't believe that to be the case with the words that Selim was using. Like, it really feels like a piece of him will be in there, whether we're gonna see it consistently or not.
If anything, we can just imagine that because of other visuals and what we've heard audio-wise, we can at least imagine that there will be a piece of him trapped.
So I was trying to think, like, just now, in what situations would we be able to see Kimberly break through, if any? Like, what would he give a shit enough about to, like, interact or try to push back against Selim if he had any type of will to? And I'm like, shit, Winry's not here. Like at that
would
point,
be the one thing.
Yeah, I know. Like, at that point, maybe there's a chance.
It'd be kind of fun if it was like Scar, like he was face to face with Scar again, because we have him like running away from Scar and then having like chasing down Scar.
I
don't. With Winry.
I couldn't see Kimberly doing it.
No.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm excited to see if there is anything to come, but just also acknowledging that a character that we've had for so long and a very fascinating character
when we first got him, he wasn't really a part of the story. We didn't realize what his importance was gonna be to the story. Like, we're like, oh, look in that other jail cell. There's a guy there. And there was, like, significance, obviously, because we are looking at him and he's in this jail cell. And so we're curious. And then he becomes so much more significant because he gets let out of that cell and gets utilized by Father and the other homunculus. And Selim making a comment about the color, like about Kimberly's suit and what was happening with it,
rubbing
was
that
also
in.
probably like such a perfect thing. You just saved this, like, he's not a kid, but you just saved this kid multiple times, and not only is he not trying to help you, but he's also like rubbing salt in your wounds.
I imagined him like taking his foot up and like just smearing it into Kimberly's white coat too, so it's blood red and then mixed with dirt. From the ground. Yeah. There was something that Kimberly did really important this episode, though, and that was bringing like a conversation to the front of the episode and paving a way that Al can have a response that was incredibly profound and important to me, I thought. And the whole idea of questioning why there are only two choices available. Why is that happening? You get the idea and pushback of Kimberly, like, what about equivalent exchange? You have to be realistic about this. You know, everything that takes, you have to give. You have to be able to have balance within this. And Al responding to that with that he thinks seeking possibilities without being bound by laws is necessary for mankind to advance was so awesome.
Kimberly kind of meets him, though, obviously right before he reveals he has a Philosopher's Stone, with the idea of like, well, okay, if you want there to be a choice on the table where you get both, then there has to also be a choice on the table where you can't get either.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh, and then he shows what's in his mouth, and we're all like, oh, the crowd goes wild.
Oh, dude, Kimberly had a really cool moment, too, like, in terms of putting the stones up into the sky to be able to explode them, to hear where it's going to cling off of his armor.
Yes. That I didn't know why he was, like, throwing the rocks in the air initially, but that was pretty brilliant, especially because there was all that dust kicked up in the air, especially.
Yeah. Damn.
I really like that you brought up the choices dialogue, because I wanted to talk about it too, because it's not the only choices that are fun that are given in this episode. Olivier gives some choices to the soldiers that have guns pointed toward her and Alex.
There's something about her grabbing that gun and forcing it into her own head. Like, you're holding that fucking wrong. You're weak-handed. What the fuck choice are you going to make? I love her so much.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, I'm just gonna guess that these guys are probably gonna make the choice that they would want to survive this, especially when they're being met with the idea of like, what are these things?
It might be a different scenario if the Immortal Legion that you're looking at right now isn't actively killing your own men. Like, the idea of there being no orders that they're given that are specifically saving them, it would be a different situation. Yeah. But what are you gonna do?
Shouldn't you be on if something is attacking you, and even if you don't have orders, I think you would feel like, shouldn't I be defensive? Like, shouldn't I be trying to protect myself and my men now if we're being attacked? You're
lucky that you're still alive after mistaking the Immortal Legion for the Men of Briggs. You're lucky that Olivier is letting you live this long. Let's see how this plays out.
Insult,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't imagine how that fight's gonna go. With obviously Olivier's injured. She says she has some fractures, and Alex has some dislocations happening. Sloth seems like he's ready to to get back into the fight.
The fastest of the homunculus.
And he's yes, exactly. He's the fastest. There's a lack of control there because that's just a fun element to add in with the already fun element of he's the fastest when he like really shouldn't be. If you're like surface level thinking about it, you never would have guessed that he would be the fastest.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a lot for Olivier and Alex to be going up against. I already thought it was a lot when it was just Sloth.
What do you imagine is going to happen next, like just chronologically? Do you think that the whole make up your damn minds is going to proceed with them trying to be agreeing, shooting the Immortal Legion while we're also trying to deal with Sloth? Like that, it's so much to deal with at once. Maybe we get Briggs coming in, maybe we get Izumi coming in, and that is like another backup layer, you know?
It would be fun to have them come in when it's an element where they're not the opposition to the soldiers that are in the room. It almost further proves the point that like, hey, you're not being told some things and maybe you're on the wrong side right now.
We're even trying to save you right now.
And then the Briggs soldiers come in and they're even protecting you and saving you.
Like
that could be fun. So maybe that is what happens. Obviously, we know they're not going to be sneaking around and on like these covert operations. They're going to be busting the door down and coming in. So that could be exactly what happens. It also would be fun to have Izumi and Olivier together fighting on
too much fun. Too much fun.
Against
no, honestly,
Sloth,
I need to see
imagine with Alex too, all three of them standing there to fight Sloth together.
God.
That's a power. Those three
Buccaneer.
3 bears in a row. Oh, Buccaneer. That would be so cool.
Man. You know what's so interesting and that I love so much about Fullmetal Alchemist is like the idea of Kimberly asking genuinely to Al, why aren't you using this to get your body back right now? Like the idea that there is there's a question in somebody like Kimberly's mind, like, why aren't you have your own goal? We know what your goal is. Everybody knows what your goal is. Why aren't you have what you need to make it happen? Why are you actively choosing not to achieve your goal right now? Like, and that lack of understanding of being able to prioritize something greater and grander than your own goal and your own selfish ideology and selfish desires and putting something else bigger first is something that leads them to have to ask that question.
It's also a good question because even if you know that that's what someone wants to get their bodies back, but you also probably perceive them as people or might have already heard that they don't want to do it at the cost and they now know what the actual truth is about the Philosopher's Stone. I think a lot of people would still question here because even if they've heard the current philosophy, which is like to not use them, we're not going to sacrifice other people in order to get our bodies back. Once it's in your hand, someone might say that. They might say they stand on that principle, those values, and they might say without a Philosopher's Stone in their hand that that's what they would do if they had one in their hand, is they wouldn't use it to get their bodies back. And then people would still probably go ahead and use it once it's in their hand.
Yeah.
So it's even a question of you literally have it in your hand. Like, I don't care what you said last week when you didn't have it in your hand. You have it in your hand now, and that's how the testament of
the
how
conviction.
Strong.
Exactly.
The conviction about it. Like, that's a testament to how strong these feelings are across the board from Ed and Al shared if they were holding a Philosopher's Stone.
Like, if I had $1 million in my hand, I'd give this much away to it. That's a lot easier to say when you don't have that in your hand. Yeah, like to be able to not without a second of doubt.
Life-saving drug in your hand.
The only question that you've had is the question that you shouldn't use this at all. Like, that's the only reluctancy that Al has. There's no doubt that he would not use it for his own sake, for his own body. But to be reaffirmed by Heinkel's belief that these souls, like, let them fight too. It's absolutely
And we share
awesome.
it. Combined strength. We share it. And that's absolutely super cool.
Man, I'm still not over the fact that Ross is back. It's
what a great reveal.
Unbelievable. And the idea of like, yeah, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna take him out? Ryza's never been quicker. She's
like, I'm ready.
Yeah, Hawkeye for
Put
a reason.
Me in, coach.
Jesus Christ.
You know, obviously we just talked about how Al has a Philosopher's Stone in his hand and he's still going with the conviction, the idea that he would not use it for personal gain. He would only use it to help everyone and save everyone. Mei Chang is still running toward immortality, even though
Envy's
she
so
knows.
pissed off.
Yeah, he is pissed off. Even though she knows what it is, the creation of the Philosopher's Stone now, she's still running toward it in hopes of bettering the life of her clan, and she's utilizing the Immortal Legion right now to be able to escape Envy, and he is so pissed.
She's talking her shit too.
Yeah.
Like, if it's just running away from you, that's no problem. I can do that all day. But like the first sequence we got of them in this episode, you could see the irritation on Envy's eyes towards Mei Chang. Like, why the fuck can't I kill this little girl and her fucking cat? Like, look at how pissed off Envy is.
Dude's like Mr. Fantastic, all stretchy armed.
Yeah. I only have ever had fear for Mei Chang just because I love her, not because of, like, I don't
Doubting
think she's
her.
competent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. She's handling herself very well, and I still wonder if Lan Fan might come into the equation. You had the idea of them having an interaction based off of their relationship
Which would be
before,
fun.
which would be hilarious, or Hohenheim, or Greeling. I don't know.
That's one of the most fun parts of having a show or a series where there are so many characters on the table, is that when you're sitting back in sort of a discussion type setting and you're not going forward with the next episode just yet, you can begin to kind of have fun playing around with and theorizing and almost like fan fiction imagining different interactions different characters would have that are true to their characters based on especially what has already been put forward in the plot between two characters.
Yeah.
And that is one of kind of the most fun parts here. And so Lan Fan interacting with Mei Chang would be super fun. And I think that it especially could be good here again because Mei Chang is running towards still the hope of helping her clan and the hope of getting immortality for herself and for her clan and for the emperor. Even though we don't want that. We want her clan to be okay. This is a really conflicting situation.
My last thing I have is that the animation sequence of the fight between Al, Kimberly, and Selim was so much fun. It was so much fun. And I loved being able to see Al's intelligence. Like, the idea of trying to just continuously cage Selim like it worked before, but having the flash bomb and then having the fake out of the flash bomb. We're showing what Al can do, and it was so rewarding to see.
He said that the tenacity of humans, that's the word choice I believe is tenacious that Al used as Selim had believed he had Al trapped at one point. Yeah, exactly. He's showing Selim, do not doubt us. Like, these tricks up our sleeves, sure, you can call them tricks, but the tenacity, I absolutely love it. My last thing is also about Al.
Okay.
And it's not really something we can actually answer here. It's just something that I'm starting to think about, especially because we have new OPs and endings. We have new stuff to look at and watch and listen to the amazing music. Obviously that this series
the song playing during the episode.
The song playing during the episode, so good. But what I've started to be thinking, especially because we've gotten new intros and outros, is what is Al after this series? At the very ending of the OP, it's just Ed in a bed waking up and Winry's at the side of the bed. And there's something about it that gives to me, like, the aftermath, the future. They live together, they're probably married, in my mind at least. We might not get confirmation of that, but in my mind, they're married and they live together. But Al is nowhere to be found at that very ending scene of the OP. Not that he needed to be, but in the ending, we end with a shot of Ed's face and then Al's actual body, and then it disappears to white. And then we have the armor with a sunset looking kind of all by itself, Al in his armor, with the sunset behind him backdrop. And we have the questions being posed, the choices. What if there is a choice where you can't have anything? Or what if there's only the choice that you can save the world, but not that you can get your bodies back? It makes me wonder, not only what is the future for Al? Like, is there the actual option to get his body back? But we know what's been happening in the last 10 or so episodes of Al being pulled back to his body. Are we gonna have to say goodbye? That's one of the things I'm starting to worry about and think about as we're getting to maybe the end of this series, is if we can't get his body back and we know what the current kind of connection is between his soul and his body and what's been happening to him, it does make me a little bit worried about what if what if that is the ending? What if we have to
No,
say goodbye
that
to
can't
Al?
happen. He needs to have his body back so that Mei Chen can see it. What are you talking about?
I know.
I'm definitely not coping.
But yeah, that was my last thing. I know it was kind of sad. Sorry to end on a sad note, but
All right. Well, you good?
good but sad.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We hope to see you next time.